Мгм. Итак, так работает, если я вот так сделал? Проверю кое-что. Да, конечно. Конечно, работает. Теперь мысли нет данных. Я говорю трансляция алло. Ой, сука, иди нахер, Твич, я только на ютубе говорю, трансляция мне нужна. Это пиздец. Ой, ну пожалуйста, отбагайся, ну хватит мне мозга ебать. Душная мразь. ОБС душнейшая мразь. Ща вернусь. Вот теперь работает. И даже на Твиче заработало. Ну, это ОБС у меня сегодня багается. У меня очень сегодня сильно ОБС багается. И даже на Твиче заработал. Так, я снова тут. Я не знаю, что у меня OBS делает. Я не знаю, что у меня OBS делает. Он у меня просто на Твиче не запускает. Он у меня на Твиче прерывает, начинает, прерывает, начинает. Я даже не уверен в том, что она стабильно работает сейчас на Ютубе. Просто конченый, блядь. Чё с ним сегодня? Допустим. Допустим, я на Ютубе свой стрим вижу. Я на Ютубе свой стрим вижу. Если я зайду сюда, я его тоже вижу. Ну, а на Твиче я иду нахер. Ну, а на Твиче ОБС говорит, успокойся перед подключением успешно, останови трансляцию. Все, не надо мне Твич, не надо мне Твич на Твиче. Ой, ОБС на Твиче тогда. Раз ты не можешь ее сообразить. Ну, конченый, блядь, но он просто не дает мне ее запустить на Твиче. А запустить на Ютубе без включения Твича я не могу ее. Без помены ключей вперед-назад, вперед-назад. Ключи там надо перетасовать, чтобы запустить ее отдельно на Ютубе. С тем двухканальным подключением. Окей.
Huh?
Че, я еще кое-что на Твиче сделаю? Удалю нахер этот минута 35 момент. Да, мне это не нужно, это коротнейшая бесполезная хрень была. Угу. Все, заебись. Окей, вроде можно продолжать играть, но это капец, сколько я сейчас это чинил. Я просто капец, сколько это сейчас чинил, я не знаю, что с ОБСом. И что это вызвало. Да сейчас, конечно, вообще попробую угадать в России. Чё, кто вызвал, из-за чего именно не работает. Что? Я понял, недокач. Я понял, недокач, это финальная лока всей... О, так называемые головы, кстати, модуль оружия. Они такие незаметные. А, это опять гранатомет. Непонятно пока описано, надо пострелять с него. Так, тут 3 фонаря собралось, кстати. Можно хранилище пойти открыть. Уже! Уже! Так-то быстро очень. Нет такого вайба? Я думаю, да. Дворец никак не... А, не, он, ладно, он гигантский. Вон ярус на острове, вон ярус. Просто когда я в нем был, показалось, что это уже не так. Да, он гигантский. Так, вот фигню так по приколу соберем, кстати, 81% локация. И 91, да. Так, артефакты из нового сета полетели. Какие там статы искать, я пока не знаю, поэтому просто соберу, потом разбираться будем. И кому они нужны? Чтоб компас открыли или что-то подобное. Чё к чему относится-то? Все, что я хотел, я в той локе сделал.
There's no way they can use it up at once. A lot of them will probably stockpile it and slowly work their way through. Probably a good idea. Exactly. At the current prices... Hey boss, how much do I have?
1 second, let me check.
Yeah, I don't know if I have enough, so I'll chip in a little extra and buy as much as I can afford. No, it's fine. You're new to Снежная, and you have your own living expenses to worry about. Besides, you're already...
Here's your Mora. See what you can find at the market. But
Yeah, well, can't hurt. Let's see. Huh?
Oh, Alosha, and... Hello.
I didn't realize you two knew each other. Yeah, I take on some odd jobs in the city to supplement my hunting income. When the weather's as bad as this...
Yes, and we
Wait, why is the atmosphere so awkward? I thought things went pretty smoothly and... So, what brings you...
No. After I got back to the theater, so I decided I'd come here and see if there's anything I can do. I didn't feel comfortable expressing my true opinions in front of the Harbin without knowing the full picture.
So many people feel the same way.
Yes. Well...
Right, because things can get out of hand, and it's hard to...
Sandrone said Odette was on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady. If so, she'll be able... Still, it's probably a little soon.
What's on your mind? I think we can both agree that no matter which side you're on, it can't stop you from doing the right... I know what Rosaline did while she was abroad. So, what's...
Oh, we were gonna buy some Crystal.
Funny. I had the same idea. In that, the real issue here is that government relief is behind schedule. Surely it makes more sense for the state to cover these...
True. It's a huge expense after all.
Let me see. I'll take it all, please. Right. Choose mission budget under the expense category, but be sure to specify emergency rescue operation. Let's book this train. Regulations say that if we need to transport Crescent Crystal... that should do it. The train will be escorted to its destination.
This is my first time seeing you handle Fatui affairs.
You flatter me. It's only because I...
Anyway, I bet you've been non-stop today, am I right? Any idea?
What's wrong?
His travel buddy.
Sounds like she's important to you. I can't believe you've been...
I've got nothing going on right now, so I'll join you.
May I come too? I have some candy that someone gave me back in Svietlolaidovka. Plus,
All right then. I still don't know what the deal is between these two, but at least the tension seems to have...
Нафиг к ней все толпой переться. Разрабы так, завлекли своей, не знаю, рекламной кампанией о том, что мы без Пайман будем Снежной. Нет? Так, чуть-чуть, по всей видимости.
hello. Sorry.
What happened?
Oh. Please, excuse me. Ah, it's really you. At the same time, we can't interfere with Podvoye Restaurant's business. Besides myself, a few of my colleagues are stationed...
I didn't expect such a...
Well, Master Child handpicked us. Anyway.
Приложим все силы стоять на, типа, охраннике просто.
Hi, I'm Odette. The Traveler and I crossed paths a few times.
Another friend from the Fatui, huh? Your Paimon's definitely on the mend. It's just...
I have just the thing.
Whoa! What's this? Is that...
All keen observations. Whenever I've caught a cold in the past, I found I recover much more.
Awesome! Well, your name was...
Looks like she's in pretty good spirits. Any progress with your investigation yet? No surprises there, I'm sure. They're not likely to let anything slip. The Rokad, huh? Members of the Rokad keep their true...
Доступны награды дневника приключений Снежной. А я не могу его тут открыть. Дождитесь, завтра в 8 утра. Поехали. Как удобно, что теперь вот так можно. Это давно уже можно. Не знаю, в какой момент это добавили. Но я иногда про это забывал, кстати. Светин. А, ты в смысле? Ясно с тобой все. Королевский театр. Опа, Fast Travel я уже там открыл. Вот за этим удобством Fast Travel я повсюду и пооткрывал сначала. Ну, насколько это возможно. По ключевым местам, как минимум.
It'll have to wait until after the show, though. Happy to stay and watch? Pleasure.
Please present yourself for a routine inspection in accordance with theater regulation.
Is that...
Okay, all done.
What do you think? Pretty impressive, huh? Oh, the one in Fontaine? I hear it's like... Here we are.
Именно кидают в архив. Когда прям тут и объясняют, по сути, да. Основное.
This leads directly to the green room. They're expecting us.
Как там, официально задокументированная русская озвучка в Геншине. Все, на что хватило бюджета из озвучки. За 6 лет. Пойдет, что реально лучше, чем в бетке, по-моему. Может быть, уже реально просто прислушался, и слова стали разборчивы. Ну, как будто в бетке все-таки было хуже. Офигеть, гигантская сцена, реально. Больше, чем... Больше, чем в Фонтейне. Тут что? Ну тут развилок, что-то происходит. А, мне сюда не надо было? Или что?
Hey there. Excuse me.
Can you believe it? I am so mad right now.
Oh, it's you two.
Huh? You know each other? Oh, wait. Is this who you were telling me about? The one you met yesterday and couldn't stop thinking
Опять
about?
какие-то продвинутые анимации?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Why are you denying it? It was right before.
Might I ask what brings...
Oh, I just brought him here to see the show. And so I thought I'd try my luck. See if we...
You work here. You of all people...
Oh, what's the big deal? Come on, don't be shy. I can give you an autograph. You can take a picture too if you want.
Do as you please. I finished all my shows for the day. I'll leave you to chat.
I wasn't making that stuff up, you know. Odette's just too proud. She thinks very highly of you. And so do I. You did the right thing in Svietloladovka.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door. Confidentiality, of course.
Whoa, Alosha! Not out loud!
Relax. I've taken care of it.
The president's reply sent this morning. Wait, so
М,
he's been a...
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokot. But ever since you set foot in Snežная, we've been working together. Everything about you is perfectly in alignment with... I wrote a letter to the president explaining your situation, including just... Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join or not.
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't misjudge you,
мгм.
still, you gave me a real fright. So, that stuff you said about admiring my performance, was that... Now you're talking.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. This helps because of this. Members are basically free to decide their methods without...
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact with each other. This way, if anything goes wrong...
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act at all. In short, joining the Rokot in and of itself, there's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically, as...
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all the way through. Even the most lackluster script makes for more interesting...
Great. Then I'll go...
Никто ничего ни с кем не знаком, все анонимные. А как вы тогда понимаете, кто входит в вашу группировку? В этом
What were you complaining about just before we came in? Did everything go okay with you?
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was so mad. I tried to make some small... but he wouldn't take the bait. No, and then he started complaining. He said, I mean, what did he expect? Everyone knows that if you want a box seat, you buy a ticket well in advance. I had to juggle things around just to get him a half-decent seat.
Yeah, meeting Chuganov and... Oh, you probably don't know who we're talking about, do you? Chuganov was that older guy you...
To the citizenry, he's a family man, but our interactions with him tell a very different story. Take the ticket situation, for instance. I've actually gotten him a private not to mention that he's never paid for a single one. And another thing, if he's such a big family man, why doesn't he bring it?
Calm down, Vodyanitsa. If you won't do it the easy way, well... But first things first.
как? Мгм.
Looks like I'll need to make a few little... All right. Now that we're officially recently, we've done some recon work at the Iskra manufacturing plant, which pretty much confirmed that their energy consumption is way beyond the legal. All we need now is some direct evidence to present.
That way, the Kresny Crystal can be allocated.
I was hoping he might let slip during one of our chats. I'm meeting another regular theater goer tonight.
But Valeria's here too.
Don't you worry. Mitya is a renowned energy expert. Although we can't get... The authorities should take someone like him seriously. Also, we're not allowed on site, but he has clearance. So, yeah, so... Still, I hear that Mitya is a bit of a chatterbox. So...
What do you think? Sound like something worth your time?
Okay, in that case, you guys find a seat somewhere nearby. Pretend you're a couple... He's a huge fan, so I doubt he'll have his guard up around me. But you two need to...
Sure. Don't worry. We'll make a believable pair of...
Perfect! You've sold me already.
Okay.
Everything.
Угу. Это... Закадровая так называемая уборка. Чё опять? Награды уже напрямую не выдают, забирая их через вот эту фигню. Где компас-то дают? Есть у меня еще одно предположение. Ну это пока ладно.
We come here often, so we should... Now, it's up to Vodyanitsa.
Mr. Mitya! Over here! Over here!
Several times because our schedules rarely align. If I don't grab this chance while it's here, who knows when the next one will come around?
Well, it's very kind of you to make time just for me.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But Снежная is full of weird and wonderful things like that, so people tend not to...
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some feedback from a true fan.
Well, I genuinely have nothing bad to say. Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more details I notice.
Thank you! I'm delighted to hear that. Could you give me any specific examples?
Oh, yeah. The piece you sang today, for example. Beneath the Frozen River? Hey, what's with you? I'm just praising a good performance. I always used to find that such a bleak and lonely song. But the more you listen, the more you realize that it...
Wow, I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to pick up on that. Actually, I only tried out that angle after talking with a composer.
Вот только, кстати, ее голос на английском, не знаю, и, короче, с песней, ну, вообще разные голоса совершенно. Как она пела, и какая она, и какой у нее голос сейчас, и по характеру, вообще разная.
Still, Beneath the Frozen River was...
Oh, really? But it's a classic. You sing it every time.
almost every time.
Oh. Well then. Let me say a few words about that other all-time classic.
I didn't sing that one today either. My voice wasn't quite up to it, so I switched it out at the last...
Oh. But,
Sorry, Mr. Mitya, but you were at the theater today, yes?
Of course I was. Remember? I said hello to all the troupe members before the show started. All right. I'll be straight with you. In the face of utter tragedy, not that I made a ton of progress in the grand scheme of things, but I still think it was...
So what you're saying is, you didn't listen to my singing at all?
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry. I don't know which is more disrespectful.
Seems like things are getting a little awkward.
Mitya just stepped into a conversational minefield. If there's one thing Vodyanitsa doesn't like, it's people who show disrespect for her This meeting was so hard to set up. Don't tell me it's already falling apart.
It's fine. I suppose this is affirming in its own way. At least, it shows that our performance really touches people's hearts. Don't let it bother you.
She's showing a lot of restraint.
Well, I'll be sure to let Odette know how much you adored her performance.
Please don't say that. I always love your performances too. It's just that inspirations.
I know, I can tell. I'm sure some people can't stand it when others praise their co-
Fair enough. I still feel kind.
But you know what I really can't stand?
Oh yeah, 100%. There are too many of those. What's wrong?
I don't know if you've heard about the boss of the Eastborough manufacturing plant. He isn't even at box tickets only, premium drinks, even the right to request specific.
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's...
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy before. I gotta say, everyone holds him up as an example.
Yeah, he couldn't care less about what's happening on stage. He's just there to flaunt his social status. I hate that. What's the big deal with that factory he runs anyway? I asked around a bit and heard some pretty shocking...
Oh, really?
Yep, the things people are saying are pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours. Project Stuja has now been extended so many times. We're at the point where Crystal rations for the common folk are barely... If the rumors are true, he's in...
Interesting. So you've heard about it?
What? So it's really true?
Who knows? The Rooster's been coming down on us hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of Crystal. My coworkers in the department...
The Rooster?
Yeah. Even though there are no restrictions on Crystal trading, the poor will wind up freezing to death if we let the rich buy as much as they want. That's clearly unfair. Looks like we'll need to arrange an investigation into... I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond the theater, Miss Vodyanitsa. Most Fae in your position have long been indifferent to the plight of humans.
Well, those of us who choose to live in human cities are naturally going to pay attention to any significant upheaval. Isn't the Rooster a Fae himself? I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much experience as him is getting so stressed out over project.
This is it.
I'm sure Mitya can sense on some level that she's fishing for information.
It's stressing me out too. If I'd only made better progress with my research, things wouldn't have dragged on this long.
Oh, so your work...
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source. Not the power of the Light Realm and not elemental energy. Right now, the only thing that meets the requirements is the power contained within... But harnessing that power is costly. Each step of the process requires enormous amounts of Kresnet crystal. From extraction to quantification to attempts at conversion. Progress has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as time goes by. Sometimes...
Could it be...
No, it doesn't affect us, because the energy is used for... Okay, I got it. Stop choking me. I think we're all just exhausted. We've been working ourselves to the bone for so long with so...
Seems like I owe you an apology.
Don't worry about it. I count myself lucky, to be honest. I don't envy the people who work...
So they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy. Yeah, censored by a scarf. Who would have thought?
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry. We ended up...
That's okay. It was...
Let's make up for it next time. We touched on some confidential issues today. I'd be grateful if you could keep it between us.
That could have gone worse.
Nice job. Why was...
Sorry, routine inspection. Okay, let's go.
So he wasn't rushing to get back to work. He must have calculated that Valeri would...
One of the main duties of the Special Assignments Battalion is to ensure that important figures stick to their schedule.
All right, time for us to get going.
We'll settle our check too.
Hello there. Mr. Mitya paid the check before. He also asked me to pass on a message. He said it was an honor to...
Wait.
So he knew we were here all along? Maybe his work isn't confidential after all.
А, у меня в этом же ресторане комната. Ой, почти что сделал. А тут что-то есть новое? Хм. Окей.
Something to do.
What is it? You're making that face again. So, they're trying to develop a new energy source here? Well, Media denied that the energy they're researching is, and even so, those are completely different. It's pretty faint, so it's kind of hard to tell. Sure, Haimon's with you there. But, oh, great point. They argue about Project Spustia every day. Good idea. Oh yeah, this one seemed right up your alley. So
Мгм. Подождите 2 дня, понятно. Понятно.
Alosha replied. He says that we won't be able to speak at the Vetcha, but he can arrange for us to attend as visitors. Time to get ready. Then head to the Snezhnagrad Vetcha.
Предпоследняя такая важная локация. И чё? Это фиолетовая собирашка? Ладно, а вот тут я еще целую эту фигню не собрал. Это надо откуда-то сильно сверху лететь. Вот, например, с этой церкви или что это такое. На небо залезть было просто еще. Ну-ка. Кстати, в эту фигню, может быть, подношение надо будет делать печатей. На компас или на что там по итогу. Где это все находится? Охал. Что за эффект? А, кстати... Кстати, я все равно полечу именно отсюда, потому что эти снежки максимально какие-то кривые и непонятные. Так будет проще. Да. Почему я замерзаю в городе? Куда тут вообще замерзание, если это город? Столица. Да не под землей же. Да не под землей же.
The outgoing period, the Tsaritsa is giving her full attention to this matter. We should have a financial report on disaster relief is also present in this.
they cover the same old ground every single time. The rooster never seems to. There's a general lack of trust. People aren't seeing any tangible benefits that affect them directly.
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy documents, I could have at least made something up. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just out here trying to hit my interview quotas. Bring out the kvass. Ever read it? Best-selling newspaper in town.
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales permit.
Okay then. Best-selling street stall newspaper.
Order! We will now open the floor to the representatives. If there are no further...
Снежная has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed, but recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access to 15% less crystal than the average civilian family in Snezhnograd. It's been said many...
And do you even know how long it's been since Снежная last conducted a census?
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running theme, and they defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magically resolve themselves.
Все анимации.
I have extremist activist. To clarify, Project Spustia, the most recent reports all point to Snezhnaya's resilience and adaptability during this period of fine-tuning. To make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks would likely do more harm than good. It would be a waste of the—
Renowned scholar of finance, Arapov spoke up to clarify the fiscal logic. Clearly, with the notorious Lelex still active to this day, should the Rokot be held responsible? No, there is someone else to blame.
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone said. The Rokot are the critics he accused. As for Lilac, you won't have heard of him yet. He's currently the most famous. Ending Project Stuja has become an obsession for him. Unlike the more decent ones among us, so whether it's threats, coercion, or bribery, he'll use whatever means necessary to get people to change their vote.
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelek's methods? Are you for or against? Well, whatever the story is, his action—
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that. I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it. Since they're already in charge of whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for you. In terms of supervision, I think the Druzhna would be a good fit. I had hoped to discuss this with Miss Vesna, but
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present them to Commander Vesna for a decision upon her return. The Commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuja. However, given the Druzhna's demanding workload—
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions until a concrete and actionable—
My apologies, Lord Rooster.
There are numerous issues to address here, including Nevertheless, I support drafting a proposal.
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. The issue of time sensitivity was raised just now, which, in fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban—
That's a good idea. I read every issue of Svietlolaidovka's report, and although my focus is mostly on the section about equipment operation, the energy consumption statistics also yield a lot of insights.
Be that as it may, does no one see an issue with using local
Not if they are used purely for reference. So long as we have the report—
Very well then. It appears that the—
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached a provisional consensus on the— Today, the prima donna of the Korailievsky troupe attended a session of the Снежную grad—
Write anything like that again, and I'm revoking your— Hey, check it out!
Угу.
What made him
Ковбой,
vote
что ли, дофига в
against?
шляпе такой?
Why now?
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing Project Stuja total 60—
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a huge loss.
I'll bet Lelek is behind this. I wonder how Pulcinella will respond this—
Chuganov. I see. Lelek strikes again.
Yes, go, Lelek. Once Project Stuja is defeated, our unwavering support—
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will remain in— We debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the session—
Угу. А чё, на такую тему любой желающий вообще может прийти, я полагаю? Интересно.
I have to say, I really was— Well, in principle, Snej, as we heard, Project Stuja is basically just a resource distribution framework that requires— But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go— I got a letter from Mr. Mitya just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are issues around overtime and excessive energy. In a situation like this, once the Rooster receives the report, he'll order the fact— But that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Vetcha agenda this time. I don't think he suspects anything— Exactly. And as you— I was originally gonna try and flip him after he received notice of the official sanctions. My plan was to convince— Rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production, he'd be better off voting to— But no, he's already voted against it. Which means one knows why Lilac is so obsessed with ending Project Stuja.
Lilac must have strong motivations, given how he'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. Maybe he knows the full truth of Maybe my next step.
Oh, right. What are your—
Hey, comrade. I noticed you were here.
I didn't take you for— Greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some free time today, and
Ah, Odette must have introduced.
I'll leave you to catch up.
Sure. Thought it might be fun to check out the Vetcha, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler. There's no—
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captain. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot could cause such a stir. Huh? You want to look into Lelik?
Fine by me, I guess.
Lelik has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to share. His modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. So all these files have to offer are short statements by the people affected.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional.
Yes, and to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. The victims are high-ranking and influential people who take their personal— Somehow, Lelik slips right into their rooms without making a sound. There's never any eyewitnesses, nor the slight— If he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. Not that that's ever happened so far, but the thought is enough to scare these people sleepless. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time, so they switched the focus of the investigation to Faye. Careful, don't underestimate me. Although truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover. Direct confrontation—
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human. It's just— there can only be a handful of people in all of Teyvat who'd fit the profile. Faye—
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Let's go with a little weaker than me. There's no denying that Master is strong.
He's just trying to find a reference point. Stop getting fixated on who's stronger than who.
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Odette? Yeah.
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood of her working against us is pretty low.
No, wait a moment. Maybe we should interrogate that.
What do you mean? Which is—
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate her.
Plus, she wouldn't need to be such a pro at covering her tracks. She'd already know where the Fatui— Oh, yikes. I was just thinking out loud. Still, what reason could Odette possibly have for trying to—
Arlecchino would be the best person to ask. She knows Odette best. Unfortunately, she isn't back yet. Rosaline used to open up to her, and as I'm sure you can imagine, Arlecchino is— She gave her some tips on how to handle the situation, and Rosaline managed to reach a settlement with Odette before leaving. So I suppose there were at least no life— Beyond that, I don't know the details about that side of things. The reason being, that was back before it had been named Project Stuja, when things were still being—
Huh. The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to Odette. Is that such a surprise? If you cast your mind back—
Odette's past is no secret. Her father was a Fatus, and her mother was a very famous— On the surface, it looks like she followed right in her parents. After her father passed away on a mission, her mother was overcome with grief. Odette was only interested in ballet at the time. But this tragic— Per Capitano's policy, family members of Fatui who died in the line of duty had to be appropriate. So, regardless of how Rosaline may have felt about it, it fell to her to resolve the—
Right, because the alternative would have been a one-off compensation payment, I guess. Still, she must have had mixed feelings about it, right? If she doesn't even like the Fatui—
It's just a theory. A possibility. But as a motive for Odette to be— That said, I have no idea where Odette's head is at right now. Or what her— Plenty of people were on bad terms with Rosaline. I have no intention of trying to figure it all— Yes. But there's not much—
Yeah, back to Lelik. Since our investigations so far have turned up next to nothing, We've got nothing to lose by trying a new egg. Funnily enough, tell it no matter what.
I've actually seen it several times before. The story's pretty. It's a tale of love and regret. But when that classic melody kicks in, and not an easy dance to do justice to, though. I know it's always been Odette's.
In that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, I'll let you take it from here, comrade.
Okay. Что на разрешение у них на расследование спрашивают? Взял да расследовал. Им ты чё?
You made a ton of progress today. Next step is to head back to the theater and get a clear answer from Odette. Either way, Paimon doesn't get the sense that she's a bad. Maybe this is going too far, but like, why leave a letter when she could, well, we know there are plenty of. So, if it is her, yeah. Well, all you can. No change, really. But that thing. Oh. Hearing you talk about your day makes Paimon itch.
Yeah, I wish you could be there.
Guess it's just one of those.
If Odette is Lelik, she may well have. Her father was involved with the project's early implementation. It's hard to imagine she could have gotten this far without knowing anything at all about the Tsaritsa's true intentions. When she spoke to us as a member of the Fatui, how much did she let on? And only time will tell.
Hey, look! It's snowing! Could be a tough day.
Первая глава, да. А именно по времени сюжета сколько прошло? Насколько там говорили сюжета там патча на 5 часов? И пока что не загребают в сюжетку на 2 беспрерывных часа. Выпускают постоянно, интересно. Что тут? Опа, крутка стандартная. Ой, ивентовая, на это в принципе пофиг. Так, что я хотел нажать? Вот это? Не работает тут. Подожди, отправить королевский. А, с ней пообщаться. Так, окей. Окей. Компас мне не дали. Глава пройдена, компас мне не дали. Тем временем буря усиливается. Царицу не показали ни про проект, ничего по сути, ни Ранову, ни Пайман не похитили. Сохранения пошли. А вот сейчас втянут, наверное, в непрерывный сюжет. Кто меня сметает? Офигеть, тут реально буря, если человека сметают в сторону.
It sure is cold today. Here to see Odette? I just need to see your tickets for. Perfect. Thank you.
I think I'll leave the Lelik question until after. Child said he was originally going to come. Is there anyone here who looks like Atonia? Mr. Chuganov's back again by the looks of it. Oh, and is that Mitya? And that Fatui officer...
Hello, members of the audience. Today's performance was a very special one for us, as it marks the...
Ох уж если иногда это, которое на
Are you
мышку
quite
скипать.
satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist? I rather hope you don't have any other escape plans to add to my workload today.
What are you talking about, Sarge? This was simply my way of inviting you. And wasn't the performance spectacular? In the future, I heartily encourage you to take a leaf out of my book.
It was indeed a fine performance, but I must correct you on one point.
Working hours and non-working hours are just a social construct. Human technology can never... Already? I mean, I was kinda hoping to soak up the atmosphere for a little longer, but... Off we go then, Sarge. Back to the land of...
That has to be her. She's the only Excuse me. Are Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket. Don't worry about him.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong?
No.
Maybe she caught a cold on the...
I haven't seen snow like this in a long, long time.
I know. It's completely white out there. You can barely see a thing.
Let's wait it out for now. You'd be lucky not to freeze to death in this weather.
Well, look at that.
Let's wait and see.
Why do you need to take it so seriously? Fate has...
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here. I know the route well. Shall I head over and borrow a few blankets? That way, anyone in a hurry...
sir, there's really no need to go...
Hey, it's no trouble at all.
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife and daughter are waiting for me.
So... Are you expecting us to go...
Don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance. Should I not return to the Armory Palace within 3.5 hours after, they will escort us back. You are one of our key military personnel, so any weather-related risk...
Operation Showtime? So, wait.
Dress rehearsal.
Reason for his delay. I must say I hate nothing more than people who make empty promises and fail to deliver. Well, I have to treat my employees like that on occasion, but that's different.
You seem anxious, Mr. Valeri.
It's been nearly 4 hours since I left the armory. They know how much I despise tardiness and disrupt.
It looked like he just vanished into thin air. Either that...
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on. Night hasn't even fallen yet.
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? What is it? Something the matter? Whoa, that's quite a snowstorm out there. I've been working backstage this whole time.
Is weather like this?
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure I've seen it out in the wild before, but never in the city. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I've seen snow this bad even in the wild.
If even Alosha thinks snow like this isn't normal.
We can't stay cooped up here forever. Someone needs to go out and take a look. No need. I have plenty of experience with snowstorms. Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoes.
Heading out, my man? Be careful.
Thanks for the advice. I am...
He's back!
Did you see any soldiers?
Something about this storm. There's no one out there. This isn't...
So now we're stuck here? Oh, this is terrible. On the bright side, The
Капец
theater's always
выбово
well
сидеть,
stocked with
наверное.
supplies.
Ну, типа...
If the snow still doesn't let up as we get into the evening, you can spend the night here,
Так-то
everyone.
прикольно, сидите такой небольшой толпой. Что-то чилите, обсуждаете, пока просто не зависящие от вас обстоятельства пройдут. Не, ну дома в снежную метель супер атмосферно сидеть, как бы.
At least, I assume that's all right. Oh,
Fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan.
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man? You anxious to...
Oh, your majesty, the Tsaritsa. This is a golden opportunity to spend the night under the same roof as the two...
I think I've changed my mind.
Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be seeing stars in a whole other way.
It's getting colder. We need to keep the indoor temperature up. Close the door and lock it tight.
Интересно. Это напоминает... Это вся глава будет сейчас про выживалого этого отряда в театре. Напоминает, короче, квест разлома. Ивентовый, не ивентовый, какой он там был? Посмотрите местное фото в инвентаре, чтобы узнать больше о присутствующих. Зачем? Куда вы дали сюда? После первого пробного представления балета в поисках духа, представленного колес, которого участники установки зрители собрались на сцене и сделали одну фотографию. А, вот так в плане. Акцентировали внимание. Окей. Не знаю, это атмосферно так. Просто, может быть, там это в реальности типа жестко застрять в какой-то жопе в такую погоду. Не знаю, что будет дальше, но дома сидеть в метели. Прям такой вайбик. Некий имеется. Да и тут не скажешь, что холодно.
And then
В самом
there's the
театре.
aristocrats. Easiest of all to deal with. You don't need to use any force whatsoever.
I don't.
Because nothing horrifies them more than the thought of a cheap, coarse rope leaving creases on their precious million more coat. They'll do whatever you ask.
Unexpected, but...
Well, look at that. I got myself a new listener. Hey there. Let me introduce myself. The name's...
I am stuck in a strange place thanks to a snowstorm. Having to spend the night with... Exactly. It's like one of those stories where an ordinary...
Look after yourself.
My husband has major trust issues. To him, I doubt even this...
That's the price of marrying into wealth. You'll get used to it. I'm not about to stop you if you want to leave. Hello?
Великий разговор, великие разборки.
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an operation like...
Sarge, the day you learn to let go and just enjoy... Why, hello, sir. I believe you were any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine. It's a...
Greetings. Major Valeri, head of the special assignment. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitia's personal safety. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance.
Привет. Конечно, конечно, услышал тебя, родной.
Mr. Traveler, I cannot help but notice that Miss Odette is stealing glances at me. Any idea what that could be about?
Как надоело вот это вот курсор в центр экрана.
I've racked my brains, but I
После
can't think of
каждого
anything I
диалога
might have done to offend her.
вступления.
Perhaps she noticed me spacing out during her performance? What? You mean I really did do
so, Mr. Mitia?
Yes, that's right. The higher-ups in the Fatui transferred... Really? I can't even talk about that? All right, I won't say anything.
Ведь музыки на фоне никакой нету, это тоже как бы атмосферка такая. Блин, я не знаю, это тот же вайб, что у разлома, застрять в какой-то жопе вообще. Тут, по всей видимости, реально не просто буря, а какая-то это левая хрень. Ну, квест с разломом был охеренный.
I don't think it's ever been this lively, but hey, have you seen Chuganov? I heard he was coming today. Have you spoken to him at all?
I'm with you. This could be just the chance we need.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to coax some more intel out of him. I want to know why he suddenly changed his
For the Rokad, or just out of personal interest?
Shh! There are other people around. Don't say the R word.
Много людей. Да прям полгорода собралось.
I have to say, even though today was a rehearsal and there were some hiccups along the way, Miss Odette's performance was one of the best I've ever seen, even compared to an actual show.
I couldn't agree more, especially considering the... Do you think we were coming on too strong?
What about...
You know Mitia too?
No, I don't. I just have a feeling that he might be dangerous.
How's it looking, Alosha?
No change from this afternoon. Heavy snow with no sign of...
May I have your attention, please? The storm is unlike... We at the theater owe everyone here a duty of care. Therefore, we strongly suggest that you stay on site over... In a few short moments, we'll give you a tour of the theater's various quarters. You can choose to sleep in the VIP room, the office, or backstage. Or on the stage if you'd prefer.
Прямо на сцене посередине развалиться. Нормальная тема.
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage. What if the snow is stopped by tomorrow morning? The early birds in the audience might think we're part of some experimental new show.
A drama about sleeping?
Зрители с утра. Так зрители же должны знать график представлений. У вас что там на завтра, на утро уже есть что-таки график представлений надуманный?
What? Got it. Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on the stage, please follow me. I'll show you to the rooms.
I guess I'll call it a night. Though I feel like I won't sleep. I'm sure she'll be worried that I haven't made it back yet. I wonder if she's feeling any better yet.
Ah, finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was about to wake you. The black mist is almost on us.
Понял.
In peace. But if you ask me,
Что-то Итер даже не сильно удивился.
We're the only heretics left. The only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the black mist means certain death.
Okay, but it's not my mind that's the problem.
Что за хрень?
I can't do this anymore.
All this will pass eventually, I promise. Keep.
You accuse the Black Mist cultists of being liars. But you're lying too. There is no end to this.
The cult of the Black Mist has poisoned your mind, Sobolova.
I am. I think I'll take my chances with the Black Mist over this
As much as I detest the Black Mist cultists.
Then I bid you both farewell. Let me put my personal opinions aside for a moment and say, I hope that fate always appears so impossibly complicated. Long before the Black Mist starts. Well, we should make the most of the precious moments of rest that those two bought for us. Huh?
What is it, Chuganov? Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from...
Убивают кого-то.
Don't look, Miss Tonya.
What happened to...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And either the cause of death, however, remains unclear. No wound.
But just last night, they were chatting.
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions? Even then,
It's hard to believe that they died of natural causes. Who was the first to discover the...
It was me. But these deaths have nothing to do with me, officer. Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, and it looked like there was a man and woman.
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the stage. When I saw Mr. Chuganov, I can also confirm that I didn't see a single person.
The snowstorm was raging all night, and it's still going now. There's no way someone could have come in from outside, correct?
You mean an intruder? No, not possible. I slept by the door last night as a precaution.
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone in hiding.
Nothing on you. Backstage is clear. No signs.
We checked the basement. Also clear. I don't think there's anywhere here that a living person could hide.
Так какие там признаки смерти-то? Чем их убить-то могли? Ищут убийцу скорее. Типа просто умерли без физических повреждений условно.
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a back door? Or any tunnel or path?
No, there's nothing like that. If people were sneaking in through some... I also checked the windows.
During a snowstorm.
So I would discover the bodies and witness such ruthless methods. This was your doing, wasn't it? Lelik. From me. I already voted against Project Stuja at the SNED. You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep. Left a threatening letter. And I did all that you asked. But Project Stuja cannot be so easy.
So, he really was threatened by Lelik.
And now you're resorting to murder to threaten me. Isn't that right? Show yourself! Which one of you is Lelik, Tell me! I'll do whatever you want! Just stop playing these mind games!
Likely that's... Defend!
I don't care if it's still snowing.
Share, let's adjourn for now. Feel free to keep searching for clues, but make sure you don't go off alone.
Настройки мне нужны, кого выйти? Ну, типа реально. Я не могу открыть настройки. Да, вычеркнули. Я так и знал, что на фотографии вычеркнут. Короче, предпосылки понятны. Тут пол этого списка выкосят. Я точно не могу никак в настройки попасть, разработчик. Я игру просто погромче хотел сделать музыку именно. Опа. Нет, это какая-то хрень. Подожди, что там доступно? Награда дневника приключений. Да, даже... да, нельзя, конечно. Да иди это. Ладно, я надеюсь, у меня просто в винде Genshin не на фул, я его так сделаю погромче. Ну, типа, я бы именно музыку хотел погромче сделать. Вот так как-нибудь, ну-ка. Посмотрим, что из этого получится. Я вообще, ну, типа, ну что? Ладно. В настройки не дают залезть во время сюжетного задания. А из игры как выйти, например, кстати? А вот, например, из игры как выйти? Типа, именно прервать задание, и там выйти из игры, и потом заново вступать в задание с контрольной точки. Ясненько.
You're right. That was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one suspected my identity. Oh, phew. It's just
Ой,
you.
вам-то сильно громче стать не
some
должно было, у меня
eavesdropping.
Геншин, в принципе, тихо был. Так, угу. Угу. Ладненько.
Since Vodianitsa and I were on the same page earlier, I think I should share.
She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina. It must be so exhausting.
Член Рокота.
I
Она
just
член
want to give her
Рокота.
a hug. I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, it never even crossed my mind that she could be involved with the Rokat, let alone be Lelek. I don't understand. If she's with the Fatui, what reason could she have for being so...
Probably best if you ask her that in person.
Как это же вам объяснил, потому что она насильно в эту фатую вступила. От безвыходности.
Lelek?
I don't know. Well, you kill innocent people. Whoever the Traveler was the first to figure out your identity. Still, it's clear where the group consensus is heading. We're your colleagues, and we know what... So, can you clue us in? Tell us everything.
Alright. Yes, I'm Lelek. And no, I'm
Так
not the
просто.
murderer. And thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me. Actually,
Huh? You're gonna reveal that you're Lelek? Here?
That's right. I'll admit I was surprised at first when Chuganov guessed that I was here. It was just a lucky guess, but it caught me off guard. But after taking some time to assess the situation and confirm where everyone stands, I don't believe...
Are you sure? What?
Что-то как-то быстро и просто.
Odette is Lelek?
I don't know what game you're playing.
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I made my peace with this when I chose to become Lelek. But more importantly, I promise I am not. So, if anyone still insists that I did this, you'd best produce the evidence. Otherwise, I suggest that you bite your tongue, and that is exactly what the real culprit wants. I don't want to be the scapegoat who lets the murderer get away.
Despite all the I made the smart choice. A remarkable display of rational thinking under...
She thought so far ahead.
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top priority right now. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect.
I understand. You're welcome to keep an eye on...
Mr. Chuganov?
For my wife and daughter's sake, I'll let you off the hook.
Good work,
Hmm.
Lelek Guard team. and Lelek too.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits. So now I've been told I have to guard.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're
Well, some of us work at the theaters, so...
Really, Miss Motoyanitsa?
Aw, you're so... All right, let's swear to it. I promise to give you the pass, and you promise to never change your mind about being my fan.
Promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya. You don't have to swear an oath over things like that.
You really do get carried.
Wait, but how... Okay, plenty of people know that I'm a water imp.
Primary mode of expression. I've not come.
Well...
Knack for it. Plus, anyway,
Miss Odette being
Shifts and pairs resolves the other issue. Namely that we can't necessarily trust the Traveler or... I expect that plan took you quite some time to come up with.
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. It's almost time. We should wake Odette. How are you not going to argue with that.
It's finally time for Odette and I to share.
Нахер они
I
мебель
came here to
перетащили
get
на сцену?
information from her in the first place. Maybe I should think about what question.
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. Utterly ruthless. It was extremely grueling. And it didn't exactly come naturally to me. All I could do was... I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first impression on a harbinger. Every day was a struggle against the cold, pain, and fatigue. And most nights, I struggled to fall asleep. After enduring all that, I've become almost immune to the sensation of pain. Her. The Fatui's demands and your expectations of me are not... I think she probably blamed my poor performance in training on my passion. One time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, she never came to witness. If any recipient started acting suspicious... So, when news of Rosaline's death reached Снежная, many people immediately crushed, but I kept mine. With my... It's fine. It's just a bit of a shame. She did.
Miss Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of this.
The ultimate experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell, though. The best way to get to the bottom of it, once we get out of here, I'll help you apply for an entry permit.
Так просто разрешение на вход на какие-то суперважные объекты. Даже я бы кому попало не давал. Там же великие какие-то суперпроекты среди доверенных лиц.
And I'm hardly the...
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were asleep.
Of course I was. In the military, one learns to fall asleep quickly.
Even if he was awake, he can't have overheard.
Well, thank you both for keeping watch. Traveler, I'll take over for now. It's your turn
Что
to
это
get
за
some sleep.
великая смена, я не знаю, на 15 минут, даже если на 30, сколько они могли разговаривать.
Sure.
Так называемое высыпание за 15 минут. Студенты Кор или как?
This is our second night here, but I hope she's been...
Ага.
Seriously? Is this pic... Never mind.
Такая великая месть. Че, опять сон? Сейчас опять кого-нибудь выпилят.
Hey, what are you spacing out for?
Опа.
Are you reaching your limit too?
How long have we been walking for? Do you remember?
Time's lost all meaning. Ever since we noticed that thing above our...
A star key? Or key star? Anyway,
Whatever it's called, ever since we noticed it, we've been walking up and up, hoping that as long as we... But it seems like no matter how...
well, we've come this far. You never know.
То есть Митя был как бы не шарящий за эту тему, а просто один из типов, который в это попал. У Итера совсем урона нету. Так вообще урона нету. И чё, мне просто... Это какое-то тупое затыкивание. Я тебе можешь помогать нормально там. Звездный проводник сейчас будет... Это ладно, чё Итер вторую ночь подряд в эту тему попадает. Неплохая залетела. Вот это был звездный проводник.
Monsters ahead of us, the black mist behind us. It feels like there's no escape.
Fine.
Fighting frog.
Да серьезно, еще и по волнам, к чему?
No, I'm fine.
I get you.
Yeah. The hope that the star gives us is the only thing keeping us going. Otherwise, why would it always be out of reach?
We know you mean well, but you're only saying...
Thank you, friend. But enough is it. You're going to continue, aren't you? I admire that.
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. You're the first person. I'm the star's envoy. The black mist has stopped rising. Its hunger is satisfied for now, having devoured your two companions. This is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some rest before we continue. What do you mean, leave? The star represents the starting point. Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Once you are ready, we will head out and walk upward. Huh? What's wrong? Hey, don't give up before the journey's even begun.
Rampana!
Is that...
Coolish, wake up! Please wake up!
The situation is identical to that of the two casual...
At least there are some elements that we can rule out this time. They slept on the stage with everyone else. So I suppose the surrounding environment can't be a...
Rampana.
Weren't some of us keeping watch last night? 3 of us, in fact.
I'm as confused as you are. Certainly nothing unusual happened on my watch.
Likewise. And from what I've observed so far, both Miss Odette and the Traveler can...
To be honest, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I couldn't help but think. I heard the Traveler and Lelek chatting, but...
Me too. I didn't want to wake everyone up, so I was concentrating hard, trying not to cough.
Then, what could possibly be causing this? I worked closely with Rampana and Coolish for so long. I never imagined that one day they'd...
4 victims in just 2 days. I need to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible. And above all, keep Tonya safe. I'd never be able to look Child in the eye again otherwise.
Кто тут причем она бы anyway пошла на спектакль?
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked.
So we only have ourselves to rely.
If you ask me, this killer can clearly strike whenever they please. The Night Watch was a useless endeavor from the... Lelik must be an expert in poisoning. Clearly she used some poison that can't be detected on the corpse.
Here we go again.
Listen, I was already thinking she's been playing us for fools. You get off on this, don't you? Revealing your identity.
That's a hideous thought. One that only a hideous mind...
How?
That's enough. Yesterday, you named Lelik as a suspect but today's victims were just ordinary people. Not to mention that they were colleagues of Odette and mine.
Who knows? Maybe you don't know her as well as you think. I implore you all to ask yourselves, how many people are there really? Lelik is well known to be a ruthless operator, and now she has revealed her identity.
Everything you've said so far is still just conjecture, which doesn't constitute a concrete lead. You need to back up your claims with some evidence.
How can you defend her, officer? Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. All so you can get your grubby paws on our hard-earned fortunes, then tell us to fall in line. The Fatui, the Druzhna, and the Rokot. Thugs, the lot of... Don't you dare!
Sir, but... You were the one who told us not to stop other people from expressing... 4 people have already died. Turning against one another is...
Little girl.
Even if Mr. Chuganov is a pup, he's still one of the victims here.
Quite. I had no intention of resorting to violence. In any case, I believe Mr. Chuganov has calmed down a little now.
I don't think there's any need for that. What is there to discuss? Nothing about this.
Did you have an idea, Mitya? You're the
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far concern things from... But then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes themselves, which have given us absolutely nothing to go on what's...
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a supernatural event. It isn't characteristic...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you supposed to be a scientist? That doesn't sound like a conclusion someone like you is supposed to make.
Не воспринимать этот вариант. Просто сразу такие, не-не-не-не, когда у них как бы в мире магия есть.
I got into scientific research because of my insatiable curiosity.
Now that you mention it, I remember when I first... Haunted?
Yeah, I think I heard the same thing.
Well, this has taken an unexpected turn. A haunted theater?
Я не пойму, ты это ничего не
If
объяснишь.
Paimon were here, she'd probably be hiding behind me in fear right now.
Why don't we take this opportunity to look for clues again with a more...
Very well. Whether it's criminals or ghosts we're looking for.
Да, я видел уже эту фотку. Пробудитесь ото сна. А, это. Или чё? Туда можно пройти? Что это такое? Что это за крыло? Понятно. Ясно.
I need to think very hard about whether there's a...
Valeri, Come take a look at this.
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty logbook. He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents during a show, audience numbers, exit yes. He'd always...
This should confirm a lot of key details about...
Yes. The number of people. Apparently...
Are we certain that logbook is accurate? Could some...
unlikely. Coolish, not to mention that this was a dress rehearsal, meaning smaller audience numbers and tighter ticket restrictions than usual. Everything would have
Ну
been
так он
well
что, имена
within
на
his
билетах не
control.
заносит? Просто по
We
счету
no
их
longer have
посчитал.
our tickets with us, do we? They got
Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets. Once people are in the door, they don't tend to leave until the show ends. So we collect the tickets at the point of entry.
Жаль, что Кулиш умер.
I'm inclined to believe that this discrepancy in the...
Alosha found it. We're both curious to hear your perspective. It...
An investigation report, huh?
Look, the theater manager must have hired an investigator once specifically to look into this issue. But it doesn't look like anyone ever looked at the report.
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if the supposed haunting was dangerous while also being fearful of... Anyway, the bottom line is, the haunting is actually real after all. It's caused by an obstruction in the ley lines.
Ley line problems are pretty unexceptional to me by this. It's hard to imagine what connection it could have to these two...
Some of the language that appears at the very end of the report caught my eye. Angel civilization. My area of research doesn't touch on any of that, so... huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. It was tucked. Death is near. But if so, how did the author foresee it?
Maybe things are more complicated than we thought.
No, wait a second. If we take the report definitively concludes that the hauntings in the theater are harmless and cannot affect the real world. The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death?
А, ты?
Huh. This has...
Maybe it's a little rude for us to peek at this. I feel like I just read someone's secret. It sounds like she's writing this for her parents, right?
Because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who were driven out of Снежная by the Tsaritsa long ago. And now they live somewhere new, where the...
We're so...
It's fine. My fault for not storing it properly. I can't leave things lying around. All right, give me my notebook back. I'll take over the investigation.
Лицо такое грустное. Ай, чё-то приуныл.
If we take all this together, it's not impossible, is it? If anything, it's the natural conclusion.
Oh, I beg to differ. This sounds to me like a product of a researcher's vivid imagination. And perhaps it's because I'm still viewing this through the lens of a typical murder investigation. What's...
Does it really sound that far-fetched? Alright, well, let's treat that as speculation for now.
Good. Okay, now that we finally have some meaningful leads, I think it's time to reconvene.
А откуда вся эта еда? Чего они жрут все это время? Не наблюдался тут какой-то буфет великий.
So, that's about everything we've discovered so far.
Ща приду. Окей. Что за фигня?
I'll share my theory first. Based on what we've learned from the logbook, I believe the extra person among us is most likely the killer.
Допустим, реалистично.
Report. Any thoughts on how...
The killer may have simply planted it there as some sort of sick joke.
So, it has nothing to...
This theory makes sense to me. If we have an audience member unaccounted for, chances are they didn't come here to watch the show.
Could it really be that simple?
So, in other words, all we have to do is find out who got in here without a ticket, and all our problems will be solved?
Так тут сразу одеться в единицы это... Работники театра автоматически просто отпадают. Сразу вне подозрений. А на нее больше всех гнали. Кстати, следующую ночь умрет этот наемник с этим мужиком. 2 NPC осталось.
Then let me make one thing clear. All the theater staff should be well aware that I came here for the rehearsal legitimately, yes? There's no way I'm the one who didn't have it.
It's true. I hear you used every trick in the book to get a hold of that ticket, too.
I most certainly...
Probably a stupid question, but I might as well ask. Guess it was naive of me to expect them to just admit...
Especially after the unprompted Lelek reveal. Once was already a miracle.
Как это спросила? Подожди, подрабатывает? А, он тут работает? Ну, не знаю.
I don't believe any of us here knew Shram before all this.
Good grief. Are you blushing? Pull yourself together, man. Stop.
Hey, revolting is a little strong. I was just the bodyguard hired by our family. But the stars must have aligned, because sparks began to fly between me and their daughter.
We don't need details.
Okay. I'm just a little hesitant to reveal her even with me to protect her. If word gets out that she's dating a human, both the Fae and human fact—
Really? Wait, no. That can't be.
Huh?
Причем? Улика, связанная с истинной личностью Шрама. Эта подсказка еще не появилась, понял тебя. Лишний человек. Так как будто бы... Если все пришли в театр еще до того, как началась паранормальщина, а он как бы призрак, то... То, конечно, он не предъявлял билет, потому что он сразу...
And according to the investigation report on the theater hauntings, Mr. Shram is very likely a lost soul wandering the theater.
Допустим.
For some unknown reason, the soul that has been wandering the theater... Yeah, that must be the immediate... The contents of the investigation report have been verified. There are indeed ley line issues and wandering souls in the theater. Death likely symbolizes the deceased. Mr. Shram, for instance. Death is near. That must mean that there's a dead person in our midst. That's the truth, isn't it?
Допустим.
Yeah, the logic is clear now. The investigation report said that there would be... Mr. Shram must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time. So when the note said death is near, it must have been referring to death as in the...
Someone who died.
In short, there's a dead person among us.
You mean I'm a ghost? No. Don't make... But even if I was...
Huh. Why does this
What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal? I'm only speculating here, but... What?
That could explain why we weren't able to determine a cause of death. If you're right, and their souls were devoured by the ley lines.
It does seem to explain a lot of the things we couldn't make sense of. Does that mean it's...
Except there's no concrete evidence. Mitya's relying on a lot of logical leaps.
Так пытается поглотить неупокоенные души вот эти. Ну, Итер вообще овощ, ему сон снился про это. Сидит, терпит. Ладно, еще не 12 часов. А сколько я там стримлю? Я стрим рестартил, потому что я знаю, что я больше 12 часов буду сидеть. А YouTube больше 12 часов не сохраняет. И как бы, чтобы сохранить, я его в моменте рестартнул.
Still, it seems like...
Alright, so how could Shram not know that he's dead? Seems a little unlikely that he hasn't noticed anything unusual.
I want to remember my own... This time, the extreme... I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started shouting, but I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as their bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop.
It's just...
Oh, I'm speaking on...
Let it go, man. Oh, wait. One last thing. Miss Wateramp.
Ozarova. Oh, Auntie Ozarova. That's what we all call...
I'm so glad she survived. As long as she went on to be happy. That's all that matters. There's no need to see me off, my friends. I've enjoyed our time together over these past few days.
Take care.
I knew Mr. Shram was already dead, but...
Death is cruel, no matter how we.
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans really that bad back then? I was only... Even historical records about that time period don't say much. All people know is that the Tsaritsa founded the Fatui, drove out most of the Fae aristocracy without...
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa chose to make herself the enemy. She downplayed the... That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was at the time, there hasn't been much lingering tension between humans and Fae since.
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fae to protect the Fae living in the city? She offered herself up to be hated in
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds. I don't think Her Majesty is too concerned if mortals hate her.
all this time?
All right, if Mitia's theory is correct...
Ugh, if only this blasted storm wasn't still
А чё вы все убрали-то? А, не убрали. А в какую-то комнату тогда собрался отдыхать? Подожди, а ты вычеркнул его из... Где? Из фото актуального-то. Где та фотка? А. Ага, ага.
Thanks.
So, why did you come to find me?
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret, but when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, you were worried that... Yes, I'm extreme...
It's nothing. I mean, you didn't hold what happened with Signora again.
Actually, there's something else as well. So I thought I'd come and ask you for advice. It's about Mitia. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was dead. As I'm sure you know, my goal as Lelik was to stop Project Stuja. Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stuja was Mitia, I immediately started planning to track him. I often saw him around the theater, but I soon concluded that making my move... So I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace and go directly to his lab. That way,
Ладно, тут
the
делать
threat would be
нечего.
much more
Скорее,
effective.
скорее спать. Только пришел на работу, уже спать скорее.
Well, I suppose there was a bit of luck involved. But I am a Fatus, so I already had some familiarity with the building's layout. But when I finally made it to his lab, Mitia seemed to be dead. I checked his breathing and his pulse. I thought maybe another anti-Project Stuja activist had beaten me to it, and
That's why you were so on guard around Mitia that first night here.
Yes, when I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murders started happening and things got so complicated that is, until Mitia himself said there...
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right away would single Mitia out. Just like when everyone was suspecting...
Exactly. Besides, we soon figured out that Mr. Shram was a ghost. And we knew...
But now, it seems like I understand why you kept it to yourself. There was so much information being thrown around during that discussion.
So, what do you...
Let me confirm one thing first.
Around a week ago.
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. He seemed completely normal to me.
So he was definitely alive on that day.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead person could be among us was because of the problem with the theater's ley lines. But Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace.
You're right. I guess...
I think the chances of it being him are very low.
Unless what?
Unless he really did come back from the dead.
You're right.
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's...
Well, I was just making the rounds. Thought I...
What is going on with this storm? Could it be connected to that?
I almost hope it is. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa left to vanquish that beast.
Do you think people still feel the cold after they die? I'm wondering about...
Death itself is cold, isn't it? I'm sure the storm will...
Well, I hope he has a safe journey. I'm going to miss him, I think. It's thinking back on it. We barely made it out alive ourselves. Once we get out of here, how are we going to...
Are you okay?
Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden. Is it because...
Yeah, without Tonya, who knows?
I told you already, I never...
Little girl? I was rather... I've been so kind to everyone, but never let... Especially when she was little. All right, easy now.
I don't know.
Are you taking anything for...
Yeah. I'll be fine once I see my brother.
I see.
We should probably discuss arrangements for tonight. Now that, however, out of an...
Shouldn't we take shifts?
No need. I managed to get a nap in earlier, so I have plenty of...
What a long day. This whole situation turned out, but Valeri's right.
Да ще еще выпилят
I should just
кого-нибудь.
try to calm down and get some rest.
Видеть кошмары. То есть он помнит. И молчит.
He's awake. He's awake! Get over here, you big
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door. The Black Mist is coming. You need to go.
Are you all right? Can you walk? We just got attacked by... He just seemed to come out of nowhere.
Господин дверь.
Not much of a talker, but when it comes to taking down monsters... Curses! The Black Mist is catch... Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just Mr. Door. I have to find the door with the...
Mr. Door, monsters!
Looking for trouble?
I can just push these ones off.
900 тысяч дэмэджа.
Well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
Может, все в этот раз выживут? Да не, этого сольют чела. Не могут не слить.
So we're doing this the hard way. Fighting
Можно тут билд встретить? Ну-ка, зрение. Ну это не мой витер явно. А клинок, типа, если бы я не качал, был бы какой такой же, какой есть сейчас? Офигеть, 3 короны. Подожди, артефакты, может, нормальные? Мало ли. Ну, нет.
Remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
Impossible.
Oh, goodness! I'm so... Wait, look! There's more monsters down there! No, no! Mr. Door, what are you doing?
Found it. This is my door.
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You saved us!
You must keep going. A door can only...
But... Oh, you're right. Let... The black mist isn't moving anymore. I didn't just imagine... Surely I wasn't so scared out of... Oh, okay, good. Getting sleepy?
Или не помнит он сны. В каждом новом сне он как будто ничего не соображает.
What time is it? Is it more? I guess everyone's still asleep? These past 2 days. Larry?
Или они его убьют, чтобы воскресить, как Митю, чтобы показать, чё, как это вообще.
Wake up! Everyone needs...
Понял.
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear cause of death. I've been a real thorn in your side, but for me...
How's Tonya? Is she okay?
I just checked on her, and it doesn't seem like anything serious. She's just exhausted from the past couple.
That means Valeri.
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible to kill him without waking
This is so frustrating. Why has nothing changed?
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only...
After the deceased Shram left, there was one less victim last night. That more or less tracks. It's a reasonable conclusion, considering the only variable that... The number of people who die each night is
Exactly. We identified Mr. Shram, and the night after... By that logic, there must...
Another one? But there was only...
Having an extra person was definitely a cause for alarm. But being one person short isn't nearly as unusual.
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, then what Odette told me seems a
Кстати, в
lot
самом
more
начале
relevant.
этого квеста какой-то мужик рандомный за одеялами побежал. Да кем бы он ни был, он же все равно в тумане тоже умер.
It's just, at the time, we had no... If only we'd take...
I'm sorry. This is my fault.
I'm partly to blame as well.
What is this about?
Sounds like there's some big news you've been I'm the dead person? Wow, that's certainly news to me.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but we thought...
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I'd been there, I probably would have reached the same conclusion. Let me just try and verify this. I just scoured, but I honestly have no
Now, just 1 minute. I know it. You're going around cast. I can vouch for her, if nothing else. I've seen her before.
Oh, really?
Since being here, I don't think I ever mentioned she was Child's sister specifically.
If Chuganov can vouch for her, then it can't be Tonya either. In which... Miss Odette, could you go over that afternoon with me one more time?
No problem.
Huh. No matter how hard I try, I just can't remember anything about... Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together, I told you how some of the researchers were aware of their own death. New idea. I can't remember it now at all. And I didn't take any notes, does it not?
I think he's still
What is a scientist if not someone who gambles on experiment after experiment with this snowstorm, the ley line phenomenon, ghosts of the dead, and my amnesia? But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth of all this. Just you wait.
За пределами замкнутого круга. Такой вайб имеется? Где он вообще?
Poor Mr. Mitya. Maybe it's a good thing that you weren't there to see it. I hate goodbyes. Maybe it's the realization that, come to think of it, the main reason we're still alive right now. You could take it a step further and say that the same is true. If I make it out of here, I'm going to cherish every moment that...
Without regrets. I feel like a strange sense of...
Are you okay? If something's bugging you, let's talk about it. There's only a few of...
I have a travel companion named Paimon.
You're worried about her, aren't...
To be honest, I used to feel like I was just a spectator in this world. But with Paimon by my side, over time, she loves eating, sleeping, and having fun. But over the last few days that we've been apart, but by the time I snap out of it, I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment, but...
I bet she misses you. I don't know if this will make you feel any better, but back when the water imps, I could be surrounded by people, all smiling and having fun. Later on, I started to think, all we can do is cherish their companion. So, once we get out of here, you better...
Thank you.
But Voryanitsa... That's just the choice I made. I used to, like I said before, singing is a water imp's primary mode of expression. Our songs have echoed through this theater for hundreds of years. Each one is but does a story exist without someone? So I made the choice to stay. That way, there would still be someone left to sing these songs and listen to. Could you teach me how to understand your people's songs sometime? A fan after my own heart. Okay. I've never heard that one before. Color me impressed. Most people can only tell if a song is happy or sad. I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it means something like, may those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home in the night, so that we... No wonder I could hear that sense of longing. You sing... It's getting late, Tonya, and you're not well. We Okay, but... Of course! Anything for my...
It's so dark in here. Huh? What?
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. No time for questions. Quick! Alright, we're safe. The spirit just now is called Night Prayer. The light subdues her, but she'll attack without a second thought in the dark. Sort of. I know it's hard, but you can't let this place go dark, or she'll kill you again. Yep. Luckily, I was here to resurrect you. Otherwise, that'd have been—
A bit more than a bummer, I'd say.
Sure I do. I'm your I specialize in soul—
Thanks.
Alright, there's no time to waste. The black mist is— Look out! The next switch is over
Just
there.
here.
No, Night Prayer is here too. This can't be the only path. Let's head up there and take a look. The switch is just up ahead. Hurry! It's too dark. We're not gonna make it.
Она так переживает, про убегала.
Even though it's not permanent, dying is definitely not a pleasant...
Great.
Yeah.
Time for you to get out of here.
What about you?
I can't. I've already been used up. A guardian spirit's skills are finite. I might not look any different, but I can go no further. The black mist is—
Why didn't you tell me so—
Because it wouldn't have changed anything. That knowledge would have just—
But...
Go. Now, before—
А, в этом плане. В этом плане.
Well, I guess there's no need. That's either a sign of anxiety or a guilty. Where was all this passion and bravado before? Decided to fight until the bitter end.
Is that a threat? Fine, bring it on.
The only person we've never met before is Tonya. There is room to doubt her true identity. People are easily misled by first impressions.
No. And my brother's name is
Chuganov. Looks like it's...
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. Everything about you is fake. Down to the wife at that night, when I infiltrated your place as Lelik. I noticed you were home alone, but thinking back on it now...
Even that was a lie?
Curses! Oh, why is there no...
I think I remember the reason I'm always coughing is because I got sick with frostbite. It's not a very common illness. It's partly genetic and partly caused by the cold climate. After a while, I felt myself growing. Yeah, I know. I understand now. Dead. After all of that, it turns out I can't. I'm sorry, everyone. I realized.
Your name probably isn't even Tonya, is it?
Well, when I was little, my brother and I read a storybook. When we escaped from the hospital, our family and the hospital security were looking everywhere for us. So when you first approached me and said my brother had sent you, and called me to... I thought he must have chosen a fake name that only the two of us would know. Because he was afraid of getting... At least your memory of death isn't painful. That is...
Iskra. And before you ask it, she also died from the snow cough. After Iskra passed, one day when I came home from work and saw the empty room, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I soon discovered that, but the year after my daughter passed away, the jester of the Fatui announced, it turned out that all previous treatments were completely ineffective. That was the final straw for me. So, more than anyone, I know full well that poor Miss Tonya, therefore, had to have been from an era when snow cough was still a terminal illness.
So, you projected your daughter onto her? Even though you knew she was one of the...
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she was already...
Once this snowstorm is over, I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you cast her. Not again! Not this time! Not when the cure is...
To meet so... Since the day I escaped that hospital until... I'm very fond of you all. If it were... And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chuganov. It's them that you owe an apology to. Well then, I suppose this is it. It's time for my adventure to end.
You're leaving already? It's still
My name is Patashka. Feels strange that we're only...
Tashka?
I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop. For all we know, this storm might have destroyed all of...
Wait, we finally solved the mystery of the haunted theater today.
By hearing things? There it is again. But I don't understand.
Should we open the...
Is this it? If the last few days are anything to go, but whatever lies beyond that door at...
О, как.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
How are you doing? Feeling any better?
Much better, thanks. Let me see. Tonya and Vodyanitsa are missing. Grew hazy. I don't know how long, until finally, just a few moments ago.
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. It means something like, may those we have lost watch over us. And
that must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem. Who knew it actually worked?
That song is meant to guide the souls of the dead.
Huh. No kidding. When I first stepped out of the theater, I was still quite lucid. My memory of it is, I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. I don't know how else to describe it, except, and as for the Requiem, if I was guided here by Vodyanitsa's song, it can only, but I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I was out there. Nor do I feel any different now than before.
You don't seem any different to me either. In fact, both Shram and Patoshka were clearly deceased, and yet—
This raises a truly terrible thought. Mitya's soul was summoned back by the Requiem, confirming that he is indeed, of course. If even the long deceased like Mr. Shram, then maybe we've all been dead from the very...
Нихерово.
Yes.
What did you say?
Ну что мы вообще тут делаем? Как бы следующие такие вопросы.
But due to an obstruction in the theater's ley lines, our souls are trapped here. While an endless... It's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard, awoken to over the past few days, we're just souls returning to the ley lines for good.
If what you're saying is true, no wonder. This afternoon, when I was moving Vodyanitsa's body, I noticed that the other...
That's further proof that those aren't physical bodies at all. But...
Am I really dead? This doesn't feel... No, that's impossible.
I still find it hard to believe that all of us are dead.
Not even knowing how we died.
Exactly. It's hard to rest in peace when you don't even know how...
Your hand.
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen? What the?
He appears as an and as soon as you recognize his face, your life is over.
I heard a similar tale when I was little. You think the...
That's right. In which case, death is near could also mean that...
Death, the deceased...
What if someone else found the investigation report first?
Didn't say much. You were...
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous... Walked into the...
Even sensed my presence.
I heard you can ferry souls. Those...
Take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's too. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead, and your souls must return to the ley lines.
I know we're already dead. You murdered...
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, I need not resort to such laborious... If you must have an answer, know that death comes simply because one's time has come.
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. By all right, those angels from the past are to... The soul must return to the ley lines for that person's death to be considered complete. My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally, the guiding of souls into the ley lines, with which you are now so familiar. You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. It provided a convenient mean. Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. The angels hoped to make them capable, but this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary souls to some degree. This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater, leaving you stranded in the afterlife, unable to achieve a complete death. But if souls who die from the curse of death fail to return to the ley lines within a short window of time, they will miss their chance. Then, they will remain forever suspended between life and death, no longer subject to the authority.
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to the ley lines before long, we'll escape your...
Mitya sharp. This must be what Renova was worried might happen. And But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself and get it over with?
You seek to understand the mind of a god. This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. That's why I encouraged you to take the events to the stage. I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There.
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotypes you humans have about gods.
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how work is work, I get it. There are times when it's a huge pain.
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines. There is a hard limit on the number of souls they can receive each day, making it impossible for me to ferry all your souls at once. Revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile resistance. And there was a risk that... And then there was the issue of the 2 lost souls you called the deceased. The way you resolved that quandary was...
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of the dead, what made their presence among us special?
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by the angel civilization. Centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. You may think of this obsession as the resentment of the dead, and in this quantity, it reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. But the only way to fix it was to help them acknowledge their own death. Only then, with my guidance, could they finally rid all things in the world and see the chain of cause and effect between them. Anyway, giving cycles with one stone. As both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger, all I had to do was stay close by and keep the situation under control. And, of course, while I was at it, I thoroughly
Sounds like you had it all figured out. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls the ley line...
That much is obvious, even to a fool.
It's time to review this whole affair. If the ley lines can only take in 2...
Что?
Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment that staff member named Demoff walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun.
Чё подтвердить-то? Ну, он шагнул. И умер, и еще 2 умерли потом. Это ты сейчас намекаешь? В смысле, выбранная личность еще не погибла? В смысле? Такого нет на этой фотографии, в принципе. Что за Дымов? Его нет на этой фотографии. Не понял я вопроса.
Alosha was the second to walk into the snowstorm after Demoff to investigate. During this process, the ruler of death assumed his identity, making him one of the victims.
Ага.
During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in... The ley line...
Что ты сейчас пытаешься вычислить? В таком случае все умирали по двое в день. В том, что в один из дней Итер умер 2 раза подряд, а его воскресила водяница. И потом еще и сама умерла в этот же день. Позже день 4, существование мертвеца, ну вот он.
Mr. Schramm realized he was the deceased and walked into the snowstorm to...
И что было еще потом? А, и потом все равно кто-то умер.
He thought it was all over, but Mr. Valeri's death was a rude awakening. A lot happened today. Mr. Valeri's death led us to discover...
Поделилась информацией, но все равно... А, она тут при чем? Ну нет, не погибла.
No. Let me go. As it happened, Patoshka filled the void left by Mitya's return from the ley lines by walking into the snowstorm this morning. The girl I thought was child sister Tonya turned out to be another of the theater's deceased. Come to think of it, Patoshka was about... And Renova, unaware that Mitya would return, was concerned that her soul would overflow from the ley lines. Looking back, I suppose that... No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already dead by the time we took the photo. And in the days since, we've experienced many more partings in the afterlife. Now, only Mitya and I remain. And the true culprit behind That covers everything.
Чё ясно, то ты просто итоги прошедших дней провел все.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it?
The water imp's song threw things off a little. The ley lines have already anchored your soul, and the first ray of light tomorrow morning will take you back. I, meanwhile, need to review my attitude towards the water imp race.
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned, I suppose that was never meant to be a...
That just leaves you, traveler. My power only allows me to temporarily separate your soul from your body. And your soul is firmly for a descender like you, who is not bound by Tevat's rules. Your death can only be brought through the most violent... I have no interest in involving myself with descenders. For now. Although, this may change if Asmodee remains missing. Or you insist on interfering with our affair.
One last question then. All our struggle...
Death abides no reason. Besides, what you... To me, it is nothing more than a self-indulgent charade in the face of death. Mere mortals fantasizing that their actions could...
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change it. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
Не понял. Не понял.
How are you holding up?
What?
How much
What do you mean?
has Odette all... Mitya?
Oh,
don't you remember?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like we guessed right.
Воскресают. Так в чем смысл тогда, если она всех убивала?
Just with one catch. They forgot what happened while they were dead.
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything.
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death.
I don't see anything.
You don't? Huh. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're a descendant.
A full explanation would get
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what we've learned. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely sorts of widespread temporary memory loss among the Armory Palace personnel. To those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life must feel similar to a short... This leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called curse of death?
If nothing else, I think it shows that killing us wasn't her ultimate goal.
Right. This time only got complicated because of the situation with the theater's ley lines. That's why she had to approach it differently. If the previous Come to think of it, I can't remember what it was, but... sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again later.
Sir, if I may, no one of your description has ever shown... Yet, you two seem very familiar with each other. And, by the way, have we ever crossed paths?
I can explain everything. Could
you... Интересно.
So, Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. I guess this theater incident So, you said I promised to take you to the Armory Palace while we were in the afterlife, yes? I believe you. I think I even have a vague memory of it. Agreed. Let's check in on her first.
Интересно. Интересно.
I should keep my emotions in check when I see Paimon.
Wait. The atmosphere here feels off. Shh. Oh, did he leave?
It was about an hour. Miss Paimon was fast asleep at the time. The jesters...
Do you know where they went?
The Armory Palace, most likely. Lord Piero, the jester. I'm surprised he came in person. Whatever his reason for taking Paimon, he'll most likely return.
Then lead the way, Odette.
Okay, let's go. There's no time to hesitate.
Ну, то есть...
Hey, who are you?
А, это
This
этот.
part of the Armory Palace is under restricted access. What do you think you're doing?
No questions, please. We're short on time. Let's begin.
I'll make short work.
Light up the blazing sun!
Вот сейчас бы штурм Заитера с автоматом, а не вот это вот. Просто реально в Солянова пришел, всех расстрелял. Ну то есть нормальная ситуация. Ой. Нормальная ситуация одеться как члены, я не знаю, Фатуи. Просто нападать на свою базу. Просто чтобы, ну, другу помочь. Да. Ее же не то что с Фатую выгонят, я не знаю, со Снежной.
You have a pass? Where are you coming from? So, you're intruders, huh? Blame me for what happens next!
Didn't take too long.
The Armory Palace is hidden this deep in? This place is much bigger than I imagined.
They're conducting top secret research after all. The deeper it's hidden, the better is standard for two. Walls of the snowflakes.
I was trying to do here.
I'm short work. It's your skull.
Suffer the wrath of Eastleigh!
Вот такие удобные средства передвижения на базе Фатуи достаточно.
Looks like no one's guarding this place.
There's something off about that decoration over there. Look out!
Let's deal with these before we move on.
Мне его что, обязательно атаковать надо? Нахер мне его уничтожать? Он мне не мешает, я пробежал его. Называемый спуск по
The
лестнице.
researchers here probably don't know that we're uninvited guests. Let's try not to hurt them.
Hmm? What's the big star from the theater doing here?
That's Miss Odette. She's a member of the Fatui. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Постарайся не причинить им вреда, если бы я сейчас начал там махаться жестко. И что такое?
Stuja to support the research here at the Armory Palace? Just what are the Fatui and the Tsaritsa planning?
Чё вы тут? С мечом? Казалось бы. Этот звездный клин.
Looks like there's no way through here.
Maybe using the power of this prism could help?
Великие предположения. Вот эксперт по рандомным технологиям.
Causing images of the past to reappear, albeit only as illusion.
Paimon. And the Jester. Is this another scene from the past?
Yes. It looks quite old, though. I don't think it happened in the recent past.
Нормально, у них эксперименты, трубы взрываются.
Crystalline adagio.
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
What's going on? Wait, it's the curse of death. Odette.
Че вообще надо?
Is this the... I need to find a way back to reality.
Курыгинс. О, он такой маленький. Он же нормального размера в облаках. Че ей надо от меня? И что это значит? Великое препятствие создала. Где вообще?
Odette? Odette! No signs of life. But past... Did Odette intentionally use her core Ignis to guide my...